socially. I'll become an alcoholic, so I've had to give or take. So once a week, I'll sit with y'all, primarily on Friday. Like Friday, I sit with y'all. It was straight, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna be drinking every day, especially with us rolling out a morning show. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all drinking in the chat, okay? It's happy hour. The show's not happy hour, I'm just saying it's happy hour. Where you at? You know, look at Jasmine tomorrow. Happy hour. You didn't tell me nothing about no questions. I was like, it's not that type of happy hour. But the winos is always on happy hour. We always on, like, you know, fuck shit time. Yes, I love it, I love it. How y'all doing today, guys? Y'all like my little part? You see them do the little part. I'm letting the hair grow just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so listen, guys. I broke my nail. Look at this. So first of all, I had too much new growth. I got a baby back in the house, and I ain't got time for myself these days, okay? And so the other day, I was opening the car door and ripped this whole thing off, and this is actually my nail, which sucks. It's just acrylic over my real nail, so half my nail came off, and I can't get my nails redone until this one grow back out, so y'all gonna be seeing me with 9 nails. Maybe 8, because one getting loose over here. It is what it is, okay? Listen, guys, full 2 shows for y'all today. Hope you had a chance to take a look at that Billy Sorrells interview. A lot of y'all asking about who is he? Thought y'all was, you know, comedian connoisseurs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Billy Sorrells been around here for a long time. He done been on BET, a lot of places like that. You know, he done had his issues, so, you know, it kind of set his career back a lot. But, you know, he's been chilling with the best of the best, and, you know, he used his time to go in on Cat Williams, and it was pretty explosive, is all I can say. Shut, call the lawyers! Because that's exactly what's happening. I'm already getting told off in the DM by celebrities, why you let that man come on the show and lie on Cat Williams? I said, why y'all be thinking I be giving permission? Like, hey guys, you have permission to sit on my show and lie. Hey guys, we're signed right here. Sign your name right here to say that you're going to lie. We don't even pay them. You know how many people out here paying people to sit down on their podcast? Just like Cameron I did the other day with Adrian Brown. I said, I know you did not pay that man $10,000 to come sit on your podcast for him to turn around and give it to a prostitute. Oh, use a lie. Use a damn lie. Okay, so listen, 2 full shows for y'all today. I told y'all the white folks wasn't finna mess with Jay-Z down there. Okay? Y'all calling me a hater and all that. Call me what you want to call me. I just know business. I know business. I ain't got as much money as he got because he took the shortcut. But I'm an honest Hogel, okay? Definitely going to be discussing Jay-Z losing that casino bid. Also going to be discussing, who else? We got Denise Richards. Her ex-husband is exposing her. Also going to be talking about Porsha and Simon. I spoke to Simon about 5 a.m. this morning. I told y'all he said he was going to do what he was going to do. Jasmine, who else we got on the wine list today? We got Taraji. She got a new man. Who else? Natalie Nunn. Oh, man, I got a story for y'all about Natalie Nunn, y'all. It is so messy. And I know she's going to clap back on this, but I don't care. I don't give a damn, all right? And that's for this show. And on the second show, TashaKLive.com, okay, you know, that is our exclusive, uncensored, raw. You never know what you're going to get up over there on that show or who's going to call me, all right? We will be also, we're going to be discussing Tony the Closer today on YouTube. We got to clock that one. Okay, we're also going to be discussing, who is this? Akbar V, Tommy Norman, Sweetie, Jalen Andrea, Bad Baby, Terrell Carter, and so much more, okay? All of these topics are not approved for YouTube, so you know, or any other sites that we're streaming on right now. Shout out to Bigo, shout out to Facebook, everybody, okay? And so we do have to take them on our private site to talk about these because they are considered too graphic. Matter of fact, I just had one got struck down today again. It was, you know, the YNs in Chicago talking about Trump don't come down here. They took it down and said it was hate speech. They said that I'm promoting hate speech. I said, you see what they doing? They are literally censoring. And now with, you know, Trump and them owning TikTok, a lot of y'all finna lose your jobs. I already started a third tier platform, so them 1 million followers that I got over there on TikTok, goodbye. Goodbye. They say they're taking over the algorithm woman that's gonna push only conservative things, okay? So listen, all of this and more coming up right after the break. You guys know that we are a sponsor show, a heavily sponsored show. That's how we pay our bills around here, okay? I know YouTube got their little ads going on, but if you don't want no YouTube ads, you can subscribe to YouTube's ad-free service, okay? Or you can subscribe to Tasha K's ad-free service on TashaKLive.com. But in the meantime, we got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll be right back after the break. Let's go. Farm to School Conference located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It starts December 1st through 4th, and it's gonna have over 1,500 educators, parents, chefs, and things like that are implementing changes right now in our children's nutrition at the schools, meaning healthier school lunches. I'm excited to meet Ron Finley, the gangster gardener. I've been following him for years. He's gonna be this year's keynote speaker, and I wanna let you know that tickets are on sale and they're going fast. And so listen, if you care like I care and you are tired of having to pack lunches every day, especially if we're tax-paying citizens, then put your money where your mouth is and be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 1st through December 4th. Get your tickets now before they're sold out, okay? Decision makers are gonna be at this conference implementing changes in schools across America. So don't wait, grab your ticket right now at farmtoschool.org/conference. Use my coupon code TashaK25 to get 25% off your ticket. Winos, I'ma see you in Albuquerque if you care. Do you like me, yes or no? This show is 3 beautiful women that are waiting to be chosen by their mystery man.
We ain't seen his ass yet, but how he sounding? We like it.
Some of these interactions get interesting and real messy.
What's going on? How you doing?
Tasha K, I'm kind of nervous because his voice sounds too familiar.
Oh. I even intervened and asked my questions to extract my wine my way. Do you have a high body count?
But do I date a lot of women and
A lot of women.
Nah, but I mean, listen.
Do you like me, yes or no? Coming soon to Unwind with Tasha K.
Tasha K presents Do You Like Me? The ultimate dating experience is here. Streaming every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Subscribe now to watch the show.
All right, and we're back, okay? How did y'all like Do You Like Me last night? Okay, it premiered officially on YouTube. There are going to be some changes regarding that show. It was just, our season premiere. So I'll let you know at the end of the show, so stick around, okay? What's going to be happening with Do You Like Me? But we are casting for additional episodes, season 2. So make sure you go to tkcast.com and for a chance to, get a note passed to you, okay? All right, so let's go. Tyson Chicken. All right, why you ain't got Tyson Chicken logo up here? No, this is... No, we need their logo. Jasmine, this lady ain't got nothing to do. She just worked there. She jumped the fence to go work. She ain't got no social security number. Jasmine talking about she didn't want to put their logo. Why? This is federal mandate. Okay, the FDA. Well, no, we need y'all need to know what you're buying, okay, and who you're buying it from and what's going on with it. So I am a little confused as to why Tyson Chicken, hold on, give me a second, is being told, or is remitting, let's put that back, is taking out, according to them, high fructose corn syrup from all of its foods. Tyson Foods Incorporated. Now, we know Tyson for their famous chicken. Go ahead, put it up there, Jasmine. No, they need the clout. Let's get to them, okay? So they are, I guess, being ordered to remove. They have plans to eliminate high fructose corn syrups and several additives, including sericalose, BHA and BHT preservatives. I'm gonna tell you about that BHA, BHT preservative in just a second, okay? Titanium dioxide from all of its U.S. branded products by the end of 2025, okay? The move, which covers household names like Tyson, Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farm, reflects the company's commitment to delivering cleaner labels and healthier choices in response to shifting consumer preferences, okay? And so this comes after RFK is in office now, when they're just trying to get ahead of the game, because after the cereal brands were mandated and the ice cream brands, and matter of fact, speaking of ice cream brands, I was gonna add Ben & Jerry's here. I might as well go on and add Ben & Jerry's. Get me a logo for Ben & Jerry's. Just like Ben & Jerry's was ordered to take, to decrease some of the sugar or take most of the sugar out of their, out of their ice cream and stuff like that. They got so upset that they were ordered to do that Ben and Jerry is an ice cream brand with two white men, one named Ben and Jerry. The other, Jerry, decided to quit after 47 years, all because he didn't want to decrease the amount of sugar that's in it, even though they sell it in Europe and they don't sell it with that much sugar in it at all. But he wanted to keep it as it was in America. Damn, I done gave the story before you put it up. Yeah. They were down there, they had a congressional hearing, they going all off on Congress and on RFK, all because they're being told to decrease the amount of sugar because they are aiding in the global pandemic, especially the American Western pandemic, on obesity, cancer, and all of that stuff. Which means they're saying, well, listen, if they don't know how to exercise portion control, why should we make them? We just selling them what they want. And if they like it, why should we be ordered to take something out? Because if somebody is eating, first of all, 2 cubes of sugar is really all you need a day, and you don't need that. Anything beyond that is just overkill. Overkill. That's why people's kidneys are shut down. They having heart disease. They having cancer because, cancer cells, they love them some sugar. They feed straight up off of sugar. Wondering why you can't get your sugar down? Because we're not drinking enough water. 2, all of the drinks, coffee, sodas, all of this is filled with sucralose, glucose, agave, all of this stuff. And then they putting it in foods. And so instead of you eating 2 nice little sugar cubes a day, you're eating about 40. Just in the food, and you wondering why you can't slim down when you want to slim down. A lot of people got to fast for 40 days and 40 nights just to get rid of a sugar addiction. I had a sugar addiction so bad one time, Jasmine. I kid you not. And I told this story before. I used to have, if it was I used to love Chips Ahoy, the soft ones, the red pack. Yeah, not the blue pack, the red pack. I used to love Chips Ahoy. Okay? They were soft. I don't know how they got them to be soft like that. In the pack, they weren't crunchy or nothing like that. I was a cookie monster. They used to call me Cookie as a child. As I got older, because nobody told me they was bad, they would just let me eat the whole pack by myself. Could you imagine me eating a whole pack of sugar? I was just wired up all day, and I got ADHD. Oh, it was overkill. They thought I was on that shit for real, okay? All I know is that when I decided, after watching Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, to give up sugar in my mid-20s, I kid you not, I had to throw the cookies in the garbage can, and in order to not, I was so addicted, as much as a crackhead is addicted, I had to pour bleach on the cookies not to eat them. I'm sitting there telling myself they still in the pack, so they technically ain't in the trash. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying. I was like, oh hell no! First of all, I don't eat out no trash. I am not homeless. And second of all, I had to put bleach on it just so I wouldn't eat it. That's how much I was running around here like them little rats, them little test subjects, just looking for more. And they down there mad and everything. So Tyson, Hillsborough, and all them, they just trying to get in front of it because they next, okay? In the EU, this don't even go on. They sell their products in the EU, but it doesn't have BHT. Let's talk about BHT preservatives, okay? BHT preservatives, hold on, let me make sure because I don't want them trying to sue me, okay? Hold on. Give me a second. Da, 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 da. Okay, so BHT BHT that they use to preserve a lot of these foods that we consume daily, a lot of them that we give to our children, is called butylated hydroxytolene. Is used as an antioxidant preservative in gasoline and other fuels to prevent the oxidation and the formation of gum and varnish deposits, therefore improving fuel stability and combustion efficiency. BHT functions by trapping free radicals that cause oxidation, protecting the fuel system. How they using products in food that they use in gasoline? It's in a lot of oils too. Like, you know, lard, corn oil, all that. They'll use it to preserve the oil, especially if it's a solid oil. And you wonder why you sick and the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with your thyroid. They're just saying it's hereditary. It's not hereditary. Y'all keep your head on the swivel. Okay. Black women! I know y'all was mad at me last night about shoot your shot. First of all, let me clear something up, okay? Not shoot your shot. Do you like me? First of all, our dating show, first of all, I don't cast. Second of all, I'm there for the first time, just like the guests. It is Jasmine and my entire production team, okay? They handle the casting. I didn't even know what old boy looked like. Had no clue. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, well, he sounds very, you know. And so they was like, oh, you don't believe in black love? You should have saw him in the comments. I was like, what? First of all, I'm married to a black man, African man at that. I got me a root dick at the house. Don't include me. Well, why you setting up black women? Well, I'm not setting up nobody with anybody. These people decided to what do you call it? Reach out to be on the show. We solicited them, they came on, and guess what? That's a part of the show. So I listen, I'm sorry that it triggered y'all, rubbed y'all the wrong way, but we believe in love, especially black love, and like I said in the chat, if it's a black woman, isn't it still black love? Isn't it still black love, right? I mean, black women need love too, right? Ask Taraji P, because Taraji P just celebrated her birthday. She looks good. Look at her with my old haircut, and I got the receipts. Tell me that ain't my old haircut with this haircut, okay? She looks good though. She looks really good. So I don't know, I may grow mine back. What you think, Jasmine? I like it too. It's so easy. It really is easy. So she just celebrated her birthday. We're just gonna say she's 32. She looks great. All right, won't need to be putting her age out here or anything like that. I'm glad to see that she's not on the internet crying anymore. Just always complaining about, life this and life that. And she's more wealthy than, I wanna say 60% of the population, and has had a lot of opportunities. And she's done something that a lot of people have not been able to do, which is live out what they love to do. A lot of people do what they have to do, and they don't get to do what they love to do. And the fact that she's able to get to do what she loves to do and branch off from that is just a blessing in itself. And so the fact that she wasn't able to monetize it the way that she feels she should be monetized, and I do feel like she should be monetized more, it's just the system we live in, unfortunately. But like I said, the American system is not the only system that you can get money in. Okay? Ask DeVito. They all showed up down there at Miami Airport, and it wasn't nothing but a bunch of black billionaires in tech, oil, diamonds, and all that. And they each had their own private jet. They couldn't even get on each other's private jet to save gas. They said, nah, they wanted to pull up. All 52 of them. We don't see that kind of money over here amongst black people, okay? Now, Taraji P decided for her birthday, not only was she gonna celebrate, okay, but she was gonna celebrate in love. So I don't know who this mystery dude is right here. But I said, she kind of, when I was going through her page, I was sliding through, and then I was like, wait a minute. And I slid back, and then I slid back, I said, that's her man. Nobody else picked this up. That's her man. Taraji ain't finna let nobody kiss on her like that. Look how he looking at her. Like he paid for the party. Now, I don't know if he white, but he definitely whiter than her. He may be a little Grecian, he may be Italian, I don't know. But homegirl is in love, and I just don't understand. She announced a football player when she was with him. Why you can't announce him? What's wrong with him, Taraji? You can get your Eve on. We cool. We can get your Eve on. You can get your Eve on. Nobody's gonna hate on you. Now, there was one picture where he kind of had his arm up and he had a hole in his shirt. I don't know if that's the style of the shirt. Somebody was like, will you please tell that man he got a hole in his shirt? I just think now with the textiles and the way they just, it don't matter. They just putting on any damn thing. Yeah, he paid for that party. That's why she was excited like that. And I saw how thick that venue was. Everybody in that venue was there to celebrate her. Okay, and so she doesn't strike me as a type. Even though I am, she doesn't strike me as a type to make everybody pay for their own checks for coming. So either he paid for it or she did, but I'm thinking the way he's standing behind her and supporting her, he paid for it. So all I'm saying is shout out to Black Love here because she's a black woman in love. And happy birthday, Taraji. This is what I love to see. I love to see it. Okay? Love. Now, of course, I would have preferred a black man, but unfortunately, according to y'all, not me, y'all saying ain't none out here. So I don't want none of the black men that watch my show. And I already told my team that if, unfortunately, and I don't want anything to happen, life happens in life, and I have to get back out here in these streets, I'm probably gonna go for somebody that don't speak English because I don't want him out there telling my business. And if he do, he's gonna tell it to a Spanish television or something that most of y'all don't speak. Czechoslovakia. Where he from? My husband named Czech. This one from Czechoslovakia. Yeah. Happy birthday, Taraji, and happy in love, girl. Moving on. All right, speaking of in love, a lot of black love. I came with the receipts today because I said, y'all ain't finna drag me over Do You Like Me last night. And I know y'all like that show. It was messy. We got something we about to do with that show, so I don't want y'all upset. But anyway, so, Keke Palmer, she's very dramatic for her age, even though she looks much older than her age. Did I say that out loud? Not bad. She's a gorgeous girl. She's a gorgeous woman. She just got an old soul. Ever since she was 12, she looked wise. Look wise. Very mature for her age, you know what I'm saying? But she looks good. So the Hot Ones YouTuber, I guess he had expressed that he had a little crush on Keke, and so, Keke was on the show, and she decided to slide him some pussy to me,
And then there's one more thing I'd like to say, Sean, because I saw an interview where you said, I was your favorite guest, and all this really sweet stuff, and I know we've just had some wings, but I thought that maybe we could just have a quick smooch to see if there's a spark.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Why he push back like that? Jasmine, he moved back really fast. Most of the time, you have to push a man up on you like, hey, yo, get up on me, hey, get. He said, like her breath stank or something. They did just eat chicken. Girl, you don't kiss no white man after you just ate chicken. Some chicken got a chicken smell, too. Y'all got to learn about that chicken smell. You got to open it up and see. On the outside, you smell sauce and everything, but you open that chicken, it's got a... Look at Jasmine, like, I'm vegan, please. But she really not vegan because she... Jasmine, I'm sorry. It's my B12 complex. It's my super B. So I guess, he had said during an interview, they asked him who was his favorite guest, okay? Like they had as Offset, who was his favorite guest? He said Sabrina Carpenter. That was shocking to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But for this one, the host of, what's his name? Sean Evans. Very short, too, okay? He said that, it was something about Keke's music that just made him feel a certain way. And he said that with intensity. He was like, it was her music. It just draws me to her. And I said, music? Keke do music? Nah, for real. The Jasmine talking about Keke, does Keke really do music? For real. Because I ain't heard a song that draws me to her. How did I not know, and I've been following Kiki for years, that she really do music? Now, I've seen her do some cover songs, but I haven't seen her do no mute, like is she a Summer Walker or something? No, Jasmine. What is the winos? Is she like Summer Walker? I'm not finna go listen to it. But for him to say it was her music that like drew her, and that's why he has a crush on her, and so she decided to like, well, let's kiss and see where we go. And he jumped back. I don't think he's gonna be kissing her no more.
Yeah, they said she has music, but it's just alright.
It's just alright.
Yeah.
So y'all listen to it, like the whole album.
I've never listened to the album, but I've heard.
Y'all been to a show? For real? I've only known her to act. And she does that very well. Like she was acting like she really liked that white man for views. Kiki, she strikes me as the type, tired of taking care of her baby daddy. She may want somebody to take care of her for a second. She can't wear heels around him. But I can tell he don't eat good coochie either. You white men love to kiss. He just, I don't think he like, I was shocked that he even said a woman, a black woman at that. He likes to gossip. I'm sorry. He likes to gossip. Anyway, moving on. Kiki, get your Kiki on, okay? And if she's like, if you're a great singer, kudos to you. I ain't finna go listen to it. I'm on the jazz now, cigars. I'm sorry. I've entered that phase of my life. I'm not about to listen to you cheering, okay? That's what I'm calling everybody not cheering. I'm about to be 44 in March, so. I'm 44 in March. I'm about to be children. And listen, I'm trying to preserve it all, okay? So listen, guys, after the break, we definitely got Porsha and Simon. I exclusively spoke to Simon, even though, try to tell y'all, definitely gonna be talking about Jay-Z. Desiree Perez is over on Twitter losing her shit right now. I said, girl, don't you got a lawsuit to fight with your daughter? You got bigger fish to fry here, okay? Much more coming up after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means Bully Raise a Glass 2. Stay right here. We'll be right back after the break. Let's go.
Rockefeller Records co-founder Damon Dash has filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy in my backyard, and he didn't hire me. I reviewed the schedules. First, he listed just $4,350 in assets. He has a lot of companies that are listed with unknown value worth of assets. Also, I found it really interesting that he owes Chris Brown supposedly $100,000, and he listed that he has a cause of action against Chris Brown and others for defamation and other things. Another thing is he listed no income, which is really strange because there has to be some sort of income, if family support or otherwise, that's helping you pay your bills. He only listed $5,200 a month in expenses. But this is proof that bankruptcy is not the end. It's the time to restart, rebuild, and get back to work. I'm Chad Van Horn at Van Horn Law Group, and if Damon Dash can use the bankruptcy system to rebuild and get his fresh start, so can you. Give me a call today if you're dealing with debt issues.
You and Stephon Diggs have known each other since Baltimore. Not you brought the receipt. He got the receipt back.
This is actually a translucent Hermes invitation from that of a show in 1997.
Okay.
They gifted this to everybody in attendance, so they're pretty rare.
Okay.
But it's an Hermes bag, and these are what we'll call the Diggs files.
The Stephon Diggs files. I'm done. How did he drug you? Like, how does that happen?
We pull up to the house. When we pull up to the house, he's talking to me about all the girls that he got now. 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English.
In text that you provided, come get this ass bust.
Even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened. But the situation with Drake went viral on the internet after he told me I was ratting on Stephon. And I came back at him and I'm like, bro, how the fuck am I ratting on Stephon if this is a relationship?
And we're back, guys. Don't forget, we're heading over to TashaKLive.com right after. We've already released the Billy Sorrells interview, and I believe the Stephon Diggs expose is going to be released Friday, Shay? Friday, okay, on TashaKLive.com. Make sure you have your subscriptions on, okay? All right, so real quick, this is happy hour time. We just got one question, so you guys can actually write in. I encourage you to write in. Email me, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. If you just want some advice, you're a little confused and stuff like that, and I'll give you my best advice, okay? Instead of doing these long, drawn-out shows where y'all would, like, really send my spirit into a whole another area. I was like, this is why I didn't go to school for therapy, and everybody was trying to tell me to. I said, because I can't take it. I'll be done quit like in 2 years, so that's why we do it like twice a month. But I love to help y'all and hear from y'all and stuff, but I only can take so much. But shout out to the therapists that are out there that can do this every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad. One question a show is cool for me. All right, so here we go. Happy hour. Remember, write in, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. All right, so she goes, hello. I don't know if this will find you, but I was hoping you could clear up some things for me, okay? I'm currently dating someone who is a close friend of mine. The friendship is great, and we could truly be ourselves around one another, but me personally, I require more in a relationship than I do just a friendship. We are currently boyfriend and girlfriend, and one thing that is big for me is communication, okay? I know that he is not big. Hold on for a second. I know that he is not big on talking on the phone, and he much more values being in person with someone. But in my mind, how will we get to know each other or be able to strengthen this bond if we don't talk? He doesn't really ask a lot of questions to me that are some about me, and at times it feels like he's trying to operate in the relationship how we operated in the friendship. In the friendship, like in many of my friendships, we may not talk every day, but when we come back, it's like nothing has changed, and maybe that is because we have already taken time to really get to know one another. So it doesn't feel like we are ghosting one another or that the relationship is strained from us not talking. My question is, what compromise can I come to, if any, with him that would help us to be able to continue to get to know each other outside of the friendship, but not make him feel like I'm trying to change who he is? And if I should ask him if he only got with me so he could have the ease of a friendship while in a relationship. Did y'all get that? Did you get it? Jasmine seemed confused.
So they went from friends to lovers, but he's still treating her like a friend?
Like a friend. Okay. This is why you shouldn't get friends. We just talked about this morning in the car. Matter of fact, we had breakfast, me and our team member and my husband, and you know, I believe in platonic friendships, okay? So I'm not sleeping with any of my friends. I've never done that. I'm never ever gonna do that, because I could just see where it goes. And if I like you as a friend, I don't know if I could be attracted to you, because attraction is instant for me. If I see you, women are just like men. We just don't admit it. We can see a dude and be like, I'll take him down in 5 minutes, broken night. If he got sex appeal, he just got it. But if you friend zone this dude, and now y'all are lovers, but he's still treating you like a friend, it's like you can't be upset because the relationship is already established. You guys were friends for a reason, and now you're trying to force it into something else, but it didn't start off like that. So you're trying to force yourself to love him for who he is too by inadvertently asking if you should force him to communicate. Girl, bye. You don't cross boundaries like that. At all. You know what? She don't watch the show, so I can say something. I know, right? I'm saying. I was just talking to my husband about this morning. So I have a childhood friend, and we dogs. Remember I told you about my childhood friend and how she tried to gauge me and test me when I was like 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? And so I was telling Jasmine, because I don't want to get demonetized here talking about it, but like I could tell like she was a child. I was always real mature for my age, and so even though I was 17, I could already intuitively pick up that, because it wasn't a lot of people that knew that she was like, you know, like girls or whatever, but she liked guys too. But she was, you know, tomboyish. And so she had tried me one day by, you know, we go up to the crib and she puts on like a tape. And the tape involved girl-on-girl action. So I was just like, hey, you said you were coming to the house to do something. And I didn't know that she was coming to the house to do that. And I was just like, oh, I thought you said you had to pick up something. So she was like, yeah, I got to pick up something. Just sit here. And I was just like, we got to pick up something and go. She was like, no, just sit there. So I think she was trying to gauge me to see if I would react to the tape that was on. I'm like, girl, no, child. I've already been what do you call that? Taken advantage of as a child. So I already know the signs. You know what I'm saying? That I was already put on a game of what this was. I was like, girl, no, look at your shit. Let's go. Okay. I know who you are. I love you for who you are, and I'm gonna always love you for being who you are. Okay. I'm just not gonna be with you and who you are. Okay. Period, right? But every time, like, I go home and I say, hey, and my husband will always be like, why you don't stop by to see your friends? I'm like, well, one is on dope real bad. She done lost her mind. You know, it's a couple girls. The other, her dude beats her, so she can't talk to me. Anytime she talk to me, it's like, I don't want you to get no more beatings, girl, so just, you know, and she won't leave him. Another one, she just got too many kids. This one, every time I talk to her, it's like we'll start talking, right? And then she'll start calling me every day. And then I'll give her about 2 weeks. It never fails. 2 weeks. Matter of fact, it just happened 2 weeks ago. And I was like, yo, we was catching up. And then like a couple days later, I was like, oh, I remember this. Because it only happens every so often. I was like, she in her zone again. I said, let me back up. So I answer her calls. Because I already know where it's going. So like the thing is, it's like, you know, yes, I love my friend for being who she is, and I've always protected that, even though the whole, you know, nobody in the city knew or whatever like that. I think people probably suspected it, but like, I always loved her for her because she's a good person, but I've just never loved hers. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I just feel like, even though I had male friends and female friends, and I always still, like my husband seems to think that, you know, and, you know, my coworker seems to think that men and women can't be friends without having attraction to one another. And I was like, that is so not true. When you friend zone a dude, there's a reason. I don't understand why they don't get that. Like if we friend zone you, we friend zoned you for a reason. It's because we don't like you like that. And we may just want somebody to go out with us and pay every now and then. You feel me? Like, but can't none of my friends ever come through and slide through and say anything ever happened. It will never. I date people that they don't even know. They be getting in and do that's way outside of the friend group because you ain't gonna never say, oh, I was looking at your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whatever. No. So that's why y'all shouldn't sleep with your friends. Friends are for friends. I remember we had a question like this in the past of a girl dating one of her friends, and now her friend didn't want to be her friend no more because they had crossed that line. And I was like, see, you done lost a friend of 20 years all because you was horny for one night. Stop, y'all. Stop, okay? There's enough people out here for y'all to get to know. Outside of the U.S. if you have to. And even though if you go outside of the U.S., there are black men outside of the U.S. Period, okay? We got all them Caribbean islands y'all can go to. Anyway, moving on. It's all good, it's all good. Porsha, speaking of going outside the U.S., she went outside the U.S. and, you know, got somebody's husband. Okay, y'all got to fix my titties. They be falling out. I be having uniboob and stuff going on around here. And I ain't buying, like I said, I got 2 bras left and I got like 4 months. And when is Black Friday for me to get 2 more bras? And they last the whole year. 2 bras a year. They $200. Shoot, I'm not part of the little titty committee when they get like 4, 5, 6 bras out of Victoria's Secret, 4 for $30. The hell? And I seen them little bras. I'm like, what does this hold up? This is foam. Anyway, Porsha. So Porsha, I told y'all Porsha couldn't afford that house. I told y'all Porsha's salary wasn't making it do what it do. I have friends that have ridden past that house on Paces Ferry, and they say it is unkept, okay? And it's mighty funny after I got this report back, she puts out a video trying to make light of the situation that you demanded to keep a $12 million house that you could not afford that was on your husband's salary. However he got that salary, it was on his salary, okay? It wasn't on your salary. You weren't even working, so they didn't even consider you, but he did put you on the deed just because you were the wife. And all you said was he could be scamming, he could be scamming. And I'm like, well, why would you want to live in a scammer's house? Why would you want to live off of the scammer's money? What if they come and take the house back if he was quote unquote scamming? But it's hard to buy a $12 million house scamming. There's a lot of paperwork you got to go through to get this type of house, to even get a bank involved to give you a mortgage on it, okay? And so now she has it on a Real Housewives of Atlanta salary, which is like $2 million a year. She gives her agent about $400,000 to $500,000 of that, okay? Taxes, state and federal taxes in Georgia, half of that, she making like $500,000 a year plus extra gigs that she gets. And if she has a few products, Porsha living paycheck to paycheck. Now I know it's a lot of y'all that are trying to make sense of this, but when she has such an expensive lifestyle, like, this is what happens. And so now I told y'all that Simon wasn't finna help pay these bills. He's actually forcing her to sell the house by allowing his lawyers to lien the house. And so now they're gonna force her to sell this house in order to pay him. And then guess what? He gets his equity that he paid for when he bought the house. She'll get a little bit, but she owes lawyers as well. But look at her taking a look at the video, doing things she ain't never did before. I said, Porsha, do. Talking about when all the legal fees is, they can hear me, right? And when all the legal fees is tied up, she got to do the landscaping. You know how big that property is? Even Jasmine said watching the show, the baseboards ain't clean because it takes a certain type of maid service to come in there and clean that. You got to get in the crack and crevices of a huge house like that. It's 13,000 square feet. All because she's trying to show out on TV. I would have been downsizing and got my equity out the house. But she let lawyers take the money. Didn't have no plan. No plan at all. Just divorced the man with no plan because she thought that another married man was going to marry her. Said Porsha let her around here trying to clean, looking like she can't even clean her ass properly. And I told you, Simon said today, Simon says, he sent me a text message, okay? Hold on. Send me a little text message around 5 a.m. this morning, okay? And he says, check my story. And so we pulled the story, and the story says, a deed is a legal instrument that transfers ownership or rights in real property, such as land or buildings, from one party to another. It remains subject to any existing liens or encumbrances. If I paid my attorney to resolve matters, but instead I ended up in deeper debt, they're fired. Blind leading the blind. First of all, you know, shout out to, and I'm trying to say this delicately, and I know Simon watches the show. And Simon, I just don't understand why she's struggling like this, because men like you are an easy lick. You older? I'm not saying you got ED or anything, but it's not working like it was working in his 20s. So it ain't like she got to hop on it every day. Maybe twice a month at that. This man just likes to work, travel, and have a companion. All Porsha was a companion to a scammer that had everything under control. If he was a scammer. I'm just saying. I don't know. I just know he in oil right now. He in the oil business in Dubai, so obviously that's legal, okay? But however he gets it, I'm like, and Porsha, like, you couldn't think that far ahead to see that? You had went from the hot dog man that took money from another woman in order to start his hot dog stands and then turned around and ate all his product. Them some good hot dogs. He should have left us some. That's why his belly was looking like that. We're talking about Dennis. But Simon left his wife for you and gave you more than he actually gave the wife. And you just said, I just want to be able to pay something in case some stuff happened because I don't know his situation. It's like, but you got out of this without a plan. Simon was the retirement plan, and he didn't mind being it. Simon know what type of thing he is. He know he got to pay for pussy. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, Simon knows Hoggles. And he's a businessman around other businessmen. And one thing that they do in order to measure the size of their dick, not their wallets, is they have to have someone who looks like they're impossible to get, even though Atlanta done had Porsha, okay? I'm like, she couldn't stick it out long enough. At the Simon, ooh, boy, I would have rolled you into retirement. Boy, I'm telling you. And it wouldn't have been much riding. This man just like to smoke cigars, eat in fancy restaurants, have a companion. That's it. He sleep by 8:30. He in his 60s, he's asleep. I don't know why women be trying to go for younger men. Get you somebody with a routine. Get you somebody you gotta make dentist appointments for and everything. Like, what are you doing? Now you out here cleaning, you cannot clean that house. We saw the first house on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That thing was dirty too. Moving on though. What my winos talking about? What y'all talking about? I can't see the chat, so I gotta ask Jasmine to. They said Porsha lied on her resume. She forgot to put Hogel from 2002 till now. Last job experience, Hogel. Moving on. Who's next? Tony the Closer. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't know who he is, okay? Y'all know I did a little podcast with Tony. Tony had paid. He ain't paid me, though, but he paid for the podcast. He was like, hey, I just want to do a podcast. I want to go viral, da-da-da-da. You say what's on your heart. I didn't really know his background or anything like that, and that's what I used to get in trouble for a lot. Because a lot of y'all, I have never, ever been so dragged in my life because, let me tell you something. When I tell you, regardless of me doing this show or not, when I meet people, because I'm so into what I got going on with my family, I really don't have time to be doing like extra research on people. So if they're saying, hey, I want to work, I want to do this, and I was innocent of this, well, gullible of this in the beginning, allowing people to put themselves in my circle, sort of like what happened on Bigo the other night on Sunday. Put myself like as a collaboration and forgetting to do the background report and checking their facts. Okay? And so then a lot of stuff comes out. Like Storm, he told me his mom named him Storm and her name was Sunny. That was a whole lie. His name was Montrez. It was just, like, people just lie to lie. And then when I fall out with people, y'all like, why did you fall out with them? I'm like, because they lying. Like Larry Reed, we sitting up there and I'm telling him like, yo, I was, touched by a man when I was a kid. He's like, he's touched by a man the whole time. I figured out, like, I'm finding out that you was touching little boys too. You see what I'm saying? And y'all like, oh, Tasha can't keep no friends. What friends? I got standards, I got morals, and if I don't fuck with you, there's a reason. So y'all, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know what video y'all need to clip. All of them. Skate Wiggins, Dineva, Love Unlovely T, Montrez. Y'all can sit here and say what you want, but there's a reason why our platform is successful on every single platform out here. It's because we operate, whether you guys want to, not you guys, they want to admit it or not, we operate in integrity and we stand on what it is that we stand on. We're very transparent over here. We ain't out here skiing and sloping and sliding down, scamming, beating women allegedly. Now, I met him. He said he was in real estate. I didn't know any of the other stuff that was going on. I didn't know about the DV. I didn't know about the alleged scamming and the mortgage program or whatever he got going on. I knew he was a trick because I saw that in action. So I met him and his girlfriend here, and so and they seemed odd because I was just like Tony has a wholesome girlfriend, like he's no offense, like he's a trick. He's like one of those like jocks that are just dumb. I don't even like wearing this chain. I just wear it just so I can get attention. You know what I'm saying? Driving a Bentley with a dent in it, saying he done leased it. I said, well, if you leased it, why is the dent still in there? I'm not stupid. When you lease a vehicle, what do if it gets hit? They fix it, right? Why are you riding around with a dented up Bentley? Saying I done paid $300,000 for it off the lot. No, you didn't. Probably got you a Honda Accord and put a Bentley logo on it like they be doing in the Latina communities and stuff. But I know him. You know what I'm saying? So like to see him come online after he done like embarrassed the hell out of his girl Nicole, who has a great fashion brand. She is pretty much the average girl raised in LA. Parents spoiled her, always dressed her up, and so now she's, you know, reenacting what it is that her parents did for her, and she goes after dumb niggas like this in order to keep up the, you know, the business, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out here. And so he's put a lot of money into getting her in Nordstrom's, you know, the money that he allegedly scammed from people learning a course that he had stole from another real estate broker. I don't know, okay? This is just what I've been told. Apparently, he done been to jail for DV on women, on his ex-girlfriend. And so, you know, after he had got into it with DJ Envy and all those guys, and they started exposing him and exposing her, she started losing business when it came to her clothing site and stuff like that. And so it wasn't anything spectacular. Like, she would get up in the morning, go down to the, like, you know, the warehouses in LA, pick out a couple of outfits, take a few pictures in her hallway, and then sell them to y'all. That's exactly what she did, you know what I'm saying? And then put her logo, NL, on it, you know what I'm saying? And he paid for it all. But when she got tired of him and got tired of being exposed, she decided to leave. And so I guess maybe she was reconciling with him, or maybe she was hard up for money, but all I know is he took to social media after she had announced that they had broken up last year, saying that she had recently called the police on him because he popped up on her without calling. Watch him cry in the car.
And I were having flirty conversations. We were having sex. She actually was upset that her period came on after we had sex. So imagine like all of those emotions, feeling like we back locked in, and then my birthday comes and I go to LA. I get to LA. I sent her $5,000, like 400 plus roses. And then I go to drop off a bag of A-Lo at her house. So as I get to her house, her door is literally open, like crack where you can see through it. I knock on the door, say hello, walk in. She was asleep. She wakes up. She was startled. Obviously, like, I knew she would be a little not expecting me to come, so I'm like, maybe she's like, all right, ooh, shit, scared me for a minute, right? But instead, the energy was completely different. It was like a robber had broken her house and was like a kidnapper and was about to take her. And I'm like, damn, babe, I brought you some A-Lo. I saw your door was open. Like, but she's like, can you just leave and I'll call you? Okay, fine, I'll leave. Yeah. Probably was in the house less than a minute, 90 seconds max. Now, mind you, nothing happened, no threats, nothing. I left the A-Lo and I leave and just leave. She calls me, we have a conversation for about an hour. Then like she goes and gets and files to the police. She goes to the police.
Police?
The police?
The police?
After just telling me you want to be my baby and all this other shit, you ready to come home? Now you going to the police? Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, no, I didn't hit the final straw.
Now, he put out the text messages and the screenshots of all the money he sent her, and was shocked that, like, she called the police on him. I'm like, dude, she was running game. Like, I mean, I saw the cash apps. It's like, let me pull them up. Jab, you see all these cash apps? Like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 500, 200, 300. He's a trick. He's a trick. And so I guess he didn't get that and decided to pop up on her without calling, and she called the police to carry his ass right on out because she just needed a few bills paid. She didn't need you coming in there trying to get nothing. Now, yes, she was texting you talking about she was ready to be daddy's baby, but it's because she needed some money. She didn't think you was going to show up to come get that. She got scared. There's a big black man out here with a chain, and he makes threats online. He's like, police. He thought he was exposing her. He turned around and exposed himself. I would have called the police on you too. Does it say anywhere in the text that I invited you to my place? What are you doing showing up? And here's a trick too. Let me tell you how big of a trick he is. I ain't never did this. Ever. Okay? So, he invites me out for a Christmas dinner. And so he was like, don't bring no money. What do you mean don't bring no money? I'm a grown woman. My husband's a grown man. We bring in money. Like, who you think you talking to? Like, whatever. So we go to Poppy's Steak, okay? And then we ended up at Poppy's Steak, and they got this $1,000 steak. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he was like, yeah, I want Drake on my steak. He was like, don't worry, I'm gonna do all the ordering. Because he said he was paying. No problem. Cool. I didn't expect to have to share. I didn't expect to have to share, for 9 people to share a $1,000 steak, and it was the size of a T-bone. We just got 2 pieces. I didn't expect to share king crab legs that was $300. I got 1 strip of king. I got a leg. I didn't expect to share Brussels sprouts and got 3 Brussels sprouts. It was like a tapas table. The bill came. You know what I did? Hey, babe, don't you got to get something out the car? He said, well, I got to get out the thing. You need to get to the car. I went to the bathroom. Bill came. That shit was like $6,000. I said, oh, I left my wallet at the house. Oh, yeah, I remember you said don't bring the wallet. You said don't bring $6,000. I'm telling you, it was 9 people at that table. We all shared a steak this big. Like, it was this big. I was like, that was not worth $1,000. All they did was put Drake on the steak and lower the lights, and they put it on 24 karat gold, and it was like, you know, truffle butter. I was just like, what is this? A lot of y'all can say he was being nice, but no, he was trying to buy a relationship. Because when I tell you he lied about so much, he said he had owned the podcast studio that we was in. He was like, yeah, this is my space. And it was a nice space in Miami. I was like, oh, you own this? He was like, yeah. Anytime you want to use it, just let me know. You guys can, pay me for it or whatever. Paying you, whatever. I got my own studio. So then the real owner comes over to me and introduces himself. And Tony sees it out of the corner of his eye and was like, oh, shit. He jumps up. The guy already told me, he was like, yeah, this is my space. I have a few spaces. I have restaurants and everything. I know you do comedy shows and stuff. Tasha, if you ever want to use my facility, call me. Tony come up, oh, yeah. I told her, like, this is my space or whatever. And if she need to use it, she can hit me and I will put her in contact with you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He be lying. Like, for real. Anyway, I would have called the police on your ass. Get in the car. Girl, you say you got clothes to buy down there at the flea market every day to sell online, child. Get your money any way that you can. Hoggle news. All right, guys, listen, we got one more break. After the break, we're going to talk about Jay-Z and him getting shut down real fast. That took less than 48 hours, okay? And Natalie Nunn. We got some wine on Natalie Nunn. Oh, yes. All right, all of this and more after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Let's go. Farm to School Conference located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It starts December 1st through 4th, and it's going to have over 1,500 educators, parents, chefs, and things like that are implementing changes right now in our children's nutrition at the schools, meaning healthier school lunches. I'm excited to meet Ron Finley, the gangster gardener. I've been following him for years. He's going to be this year's keynote speaker. And I want to let you know that tickets are on sale and they're going fast. And so listen, if you care like I care and you are tired of having to pack lunches every day, especially if we're tax-paying citizens, then put your money where your mouth is and be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 1st through December 4th. Get your tickets now before they're sold out, okay? Decision makers are going to be at this conference implementing changes in schools across America. So don't wait. Grab your ticket right now at farmtoschool.org/conference. Use my coupon code TashaK25 to get 25% off your ticket. Winos, I'm going to see you in Albuquerque if you care. Do you like me? Yes or no? This show is 3 beautiful women that are waiting to be chosen by their mystery man.
We ain't seen his ass yet, but how he sounding?
We like it.
Some of these interactions get interesting and real messy.
What's going on? How you doing?
Tasha K, I'm kind of nervous because his voice sounds too familiar.
Oh. I even intervened and asked my questions to extract my wine my way. Do you have a high body count?
But do I date a lot of women and
a lot of women?
Nah, but I mean, listen.
Do you like me? Yes or no? Coming soon to Unwind with Tasha K.
Tasha K presents Do You Like Me? The ultimate dating experience is here. Streaming every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Subscribe now to watch the show.
All right, we are back, and I want to thank everybody everybody for participating in our naming of our morning show. We have selected a name. We will announce it soon, and we will announce the winner. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to hear no shit, okay? So the first person, it was probably about 10 or 15 people that came up with the same name. I ain't got $200 for 15 people. Okay, so we are going to be fair and give it to the very first person that came up with his name, and I'm going to show screenshots to prove this, okay? So do not get upset with me. We got Christmas time coming up, and I'm going to be giving out money, so I don't want to hear nothing, okay? And then we're going to start doing some raffles here because we're going to start getting y'all some trips and stuff like that, and gifts, cars, whatever, okay? So we're going to award the first person that came up with it because that's the right thing to do. Okay, but it is a very nice name, and me and the production team are getting ready because it's going to be a morning show. It's going to be a lot different from this show. We're still going to be doing this. This is not going anywhere, but our morning show will be something that is more along the lines of wine is the new tea, but we'll be able to dive into a lot more politics, a lot more just entertainment. We'll be able to unwind a lot of the, the things that are going out here and get other opinions. So we'll have lawyers, we'll have politicians on the show. It'll be just like your regular morning show that you'll be able to listen to in your car. And it'll be mostly audible, even though you'll be able to see us. But as far as like the videos and stuff that you'll watch, there'll be audio so that if you're in the car, you don't need to watch a video, you just need to hear us. That's all you need to do. And it will be syndicated. And I can't wait to announce it. So thank you guys all so much. I love you guys. So yes, all right. So moving on real quick, Natalie Nunn. So apparently, hold on for a second. Let me make sure I get the story right here, Jasmine. Hold on, I just don't want to. Got to make sure I get these receipts here. Okay. So apparently, Natalie Nunn, was robbed in Utah. And Trump really need to get the Coast Guard down to Utah. It's turning to Chicago down there, okay? So she was robbed in Utah and of her valuables and stuff like that. And so, hold on for a second. This is like, 1 week after, there were some shootings down there and stuff. And a lot of people thought Utah was safe. You know what I'm saying? Don't we have videos of her talking about this? They should have took the wig, though, but go ahead.
The valet guy robs me. Oh, y'all, this is the most epic, craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm telling you right now, y'all, they told me Utah was a good state. Nobody does anything bad here, blah, blah, blah. They don't even drink. Utah, Salt Lake City is a good city. There's no trouble here. La da 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 da. Y'all, I went to Louis Vuitton in Salt Lake City today. Bought a couple items. Low key, really, for me, a light day. 15 bands, 15,000 in Louis. Okay? I come back to my hotel. I valet. I give my bags. Z, please come in here.
Bro, I'm pissed off.
Okay, you can be mad. But I give my bags to the valet guy, right? The valet guy robs me. He never puts the bags in the room. Matter of fact, they got a video of the kid. His name is Brandon Bell, putting all of the items into his trunk of his car and leaving work and gone. I gave him my bags to bring up to my room. Oh my God, Brandon Bell, I don't want you to go to jail over some petty ass shit I paid for today. I promise you, I'm such a good hearted person. If you just bring the items all back right now, all your employees here have been texting you. If you just bring me back the items, I promise you I'm not pressing charges. The police don't gotta be, I promise you. Brandon Bell, you are insane, from Utah, Salt Lake City. You work valet at the Hilton. You're going to jail. I don't want you to go to jail over $15,000 worth of items.
I would never give valet my expensive, but I don't. I keep them for myself. I don't even understand how people travel and check Louis Vuitton luggage. Do you know what, like, when you travel the way me and my husband travel, we travel. You know what we be doing? This to the bags with saran wrap. Promise you, they just be wrapped tight. You wouldn't even be able to tell it's a Louis Vuitton bag because it'd be green saran wrap. It's like when Toni Braxton still want us to believe that she checked her ring. $1.5 million ring under the plane, and it's gone. She gave it to them dudes that stole Kim Kardashian jewelry in that heist and got paid for it, allegedly. But true story. So she had lost some luggage when she was going to LAX. And I got a call saying that, because she was basically saying, listen, my luggage is missing. I don't know where it's at. They had called me trying to sell me the items that were in her bags. She had some Chanel purses. She had some Hermes bags. She had it was probably about $200,000 to $300,000 worth of bags in there. And they was like, Tasha, what you want? Fendi, Chanel, Hermes, these are Natalie Nunn bags. They had to took the bags and was auctioning them off. I was like, what? And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't buy one. She smoked cigarettes. I said, she's a smoker. Smell inside the bag, see if they smell like Newports. I don't want it. True story. They showed it, because they only gonna call people that they think got money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna just call it. They ain't gonna sell them bags in the hood. But they was just like, you know what? We ain't returned them. She, they took the bags and took her bags, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not snitching on who did it. I just know that a lot of those bags wound up in a very prestigious bank downtown LA that has a consignment above the bank, and a lot of celebrities go into this bank as if they are actually going to a bank, but instead they are pawning their things, okay? And they'll give them cash, but then they'll store the items, all these expensive items, upstairs in the bank. So you gotta know to go and buy your stuff back, or you gotta know this in order to go shop, because they do sell the stuff whenever the celebrities don't pay to come get it back. But it's a very expensive boutique. Matter of fact, I'll get you the name by Friday. I just can't think of it right now. They probably know. Anybody know that bank name in LA? They don't know. Hold on, let me see. I think I got it right here. They probably gonna send me a cease and desist. They'll be all right. But yeah, a lot of celebrities go in this, and you gotta ask about it. So give me a second. I'm trying to see if I can get it real quick before we head over to this Jay-Z stuff. Hold on. Is this it? Nope. So many receipts in here, Jesus. That's why I keep my phone close, man. For real, Jesus. Hold on, I'm trying to see what this bank is. If I can't find it in the next 30 seconds, we move it on to Jay-Z. And then we're gonna head on over to TashaKLive.com. It's like all this stuff be coming to me while I'm talking. And then I'm like, yeah, I can't find it. Okay, but I'll get it, don't worry, I'll get it. I sure will. Okay, don't you worry, because y'all may have you may want to stop in town and go get you a really cheap bag that they done pawned, but it doesn't look like a pawn shop. It's a bank. Very, very good strategy for a bank, holding assets like that. They got artwork, they got Grammys in there, they got all sorts of things. Yeah, oh yeah, I seen the pictures. I ain't gonna put the pictures out. I ain't gonna do it. Hold on for a second. What's the name of that celebrity bank in LA? We'll get it. All right, moving on, Jay-Z. So, fresh in, off the press. Did I lie? Did I not tell you them crackers was not finna get Jay-Z no damn casino in New York City? Did I not tell y'all that? This man done would have took a loan against his house because they wouldn't even give him a loan to go and put a bid in on the casino, because he had the owner of Caesar's Palace, and then he had an ex-federal informant and mob ties bitch down there trying to put a bid on a casino to bring it to Broadway. And them said this morning, in a 4-2 vote against him, this, and look at his business partner, because Jay-Z couldn't show up in that room with all these white people asking for the casino with no dress, and then a Latina lady that was just pardoned by Trump. You know what I'm saying? And used to be a federal informant because she was part of the cartel. You know what I'm saying? And so these two thugs, okay? Because yes, he's a thug. I don't give a he's a thug, okay? Wanted to bring sex, drugs, and money to their city. Okay, and Atlantic City is down the street, but look where Jay-Z, he couldn't even get into the room. Look at who he got in the room with the money he borrowed and got from him and Beyonce's house. Go ahead.
You know it. We met the standard and then some, and the only one with courage to stand up is the governor and the mayor appointees, and everybody else runs and hides. Go run and hide. Because what you did, the benefits you denied this community and this city and state, you have to live with that history forever.
He done promised Jay-Z and Desiree Perez that they was finna get a casino. But there are 2 ex-drug dealers. Now, y'all can sit here and say, Tasha, Jay-Z got money. Jay-Z took the easy way in life by selling dope to his own community to get ahead. And if this is what you call the American dream, hey, so be it. If this is what you call noble, all because he's married to Beyonce and he's a billionaire, how many lives did he have to take to become a billionaire? Does he look like the type of guy that'll give a damn? Remember that school that he said he was gonna offer free tuition to? And the students are coming out right now saying that they are left with bills, and these are black students that were under the impression that Jay-Z and Roc Nation was going to cover their tuition after they solicited them, all because they're trying to gain press. He does this shit all the time. Tries to gain press from the black community on how much he's going to help, and instead it's only to fill his pockets. Who wants a nasty, smoky-ass casino down there with women in there selling coochie, and they selling dope up in there and beating up whoever they trying to beat up by bankrupting people, all because they're trying to be greedy? Give a damn what nobody say. I'm glad them white folks ain't give it to him. He needs to be somewhere at a tech table developing technologies to help get people off fentanyl and all this stuff that he used to say. Man, get the out of here. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He got that white man down there about to have a heart attack because he done took his money. Because, you know, he got paid to do that deal. Jay-Z had to pay to do that deal. And it's a shame that the same white folks that claim he a billionaire wouldn't give him no money to solidify this deal, so he had to borrow against his house just to pay him, and now he got to go back and tell Jay-Z and Desiree he ain't got it. But he gonna keep the money though. Nobody want no damn casino. They don't want no strip clubs. They don't want no smoke shops. They don't want none of that in their neighborhood. And New York don't need none of that. Why? They got Atlantic City on the water 1 hour away. And you know damn well they weren't finna give it to no girl either. This is his big one. Go on and get somewhere in solar and wind air. Moving on. Desiree, hold on for a second. Before we actually move on, let me tell you what Desiree Perez, the ex-federal informant, and what she say? Hold on, let me make sure I get her tweet here. Yeah. Hold on. So Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez says, responds to Times Square casino proposal with Caesars and Jay-Z being denied by the advisory committee. Thank you to Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams for standing up for New York City. Unfortunately, not every politician has the courage and foresight to do what's right for their constituents. And everybody's saying, oh, it's going to bring jobs. But yes, how many jobs, how many homes, how much debt would it cause people to be in? Got a damn gnat here. Jay-Z sending the spirits. I know damn well old Shun ain't told Beyonce to sign off on nothing like this. Moving on. Sitting up there looking like Mayor Brockovich, like she a witch herself. All right, guys, real quick. I got a few announcements to make. Oh, we got a new sponsor. I'm so excited because I've been using this. Now, here's the thing. This is Officially Pleasured, okay? And so Officially Pleasured is a, what do we like to call it? a toy, an accessory line, okay? And so Officially Pleasure offers my favorite, okay, odorless, chemical-free lubricants, okay? So if you're a creamy person and you like cream and stuff like that, they have creamy, odorless, like tasteless lubricants and things like that. And then they have the clear, you know what I'm saying, that's slick and silky and things like that. And I know a lot of women, I don't need that, I don't need that. Y'all need to stop lying. Stop the cap, stop the cap. Every time, a man is always ready. If it get hard, it's ready. But for us, we got children, we got life and stuff like that, and we don't just walk around with just wet coochies all day. We don't walk around with wet coochie. We can't do that, and if we did that, we would have yeast infections all the time. So we have to keep them dry. So when your man is ready, or your woman, or if you're man on man and your other man is not ready, this is easy. Officially Pleasure will get it ready. Easy, 30 seconds, okay? Ready to go. Odorless, tasteless, hyperallergenic, all the above. And I'm allergic to everything, but I'm not allergic to this, okay? And so this is their kit here. They also have some nice toys and stuff like that. So make sure, okay, just to make things just a little easier in your life, you head on over to officiallypleasure.com, okay, so that you can please your partner. Don't be sitting around here talking about, oh, my always wet. If it is, it stink. Moving on. All right, guys, don't forget. We are sponsored in part by Altuva, okay? I love these Activate drops. Y'all, we have been getting a heavy response on the Activate drops. Hold on real quick. Let me pull up this review on this on shoptkdeals.com. It's a hell of a review, too. And so I just want you to hear it for yourself, okay? I've been using these drops to help control my appetite so I don't overeat. When I need to fast, it helps to get me in a fasted state a lot faster with just water and a few drops of these. And so to look at the reviews and read these, you can hear from others that have tried them, okay? And keep these on rotation, all right? And so here's the thing. It says, I'm happy to say this product actually works. Hold on. All right, so my initial review of this product was delayed to allow sufficient time to assess its efficiency, okay? Weight management requires a holistic approach encompassing several factors, a healthy diet, regular exercise, and importantly, a consultation with a physician. Because you know a lot of people using Ozempic and stuff like that, but this is natural and plant-based, okay? Appetite control, helping to suppress your appetite so it tells your brain that you're not hungry and you can enter into a fasted state, whether you're eating 2 meals a day, whether you're eating 1 meal a day, or you're doing a water fast, okay? Now, she also goes on to say, I am pleased to report that after incorporating this supplement into my lifestyle, I've seen positive results. My background includes using Zepbound, a family appetite suppressant. However, I decided to try a more natural alternative based on Tasha's recommendations. After carefully examining all the natural ingredients, I started with a lower dose than recommended, 2 drops daily instead of 3. Given my initial skepticism, she says, about its potency, even at this reduced dosage, the product proved quite effective. I subsequently adjusted my intake to 1 drop daily based on my body's response. Currently, 3 weeks into my trial, I've ceased using the supplement entirely for 3 days. I've experienced a significant decrease in my appetite. My typical daily intake now consists of a small meal, perhaps baked salmon with a fresh salad, or even a serving of Skinny Pop popcorn or fresh fruit, okay? Thank you, Tasha. And yes, you still get on my nerves occasionally, she says. You ain't have to throw shade like that. Damn. Shit, okay? I appreciate your product and look forward to trying others in line. I'm especially eager to test the oil of oregano and the mushroom supplements as well. One Love Wino Gang, okay? And so these are the Active 8 drops, all plant-based. Guys, you don't have to go get on no Ozempic and take no insulin shots and things like that in order to manage weight. You could do it naturally, all right? And that's where pharmaceutical companies get a lot of their ingredients for the drugs that we take. They take them from plants and then they create a proprietary blend and then they sell them back to you at a lower dosage, okay? And so you don't have to do that. And companies like this wouldn't even make it if it didn't work because it wouldn't sell, all right? And so this is proof is in the pudding. You can look at the reviews on shoptkdeals.com. Make sure if it's your first time using these, use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order, okay? And don't forget, guys, man, I'm so excited. We got a line of sea moss that's coming out. I can't wait to announce the new sea moss flavors, but right now we got mango and pineapple. Our bodies are like plants, all right? If the soils that the trees and the plants live in don't have enough vitamins and minerals. They don't grow. They get diseases. Some leaves turn brown. They fall off. Sometimes the other leaves are green. It's because we are nutritionally deficient, all right? And so sea moss, the reason I like it is because it's plant-based. It comes from Mother Earth. It is flavored with natural plants, which is mango and pineapple. It has 97% of the nutrients and things that our body is made of. And it also has added spirulina, zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C. And spirulina offers to be a meal replacement as well, too, because it has 100% of the vitamins and minerals that our body is made out of, okay? And so we have it in mango and pineapple, 10,000 IUs of Irish sea moss. I like this because it don't smell like fish. It lasts a longer time because they're using natural preservatives like lemon and things in this. And so we got a lot of good reviews on the sea moss. You can get these on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. But if you want some real, raw, wild sea moss, we do have the capsules as well too with sea moss stuffed inside. You could just take them. They are fishy, okay, but they are just as good, okay? It just depends on what your taste and preference is, okay, guys? And don't forget, if you haven't gotten any, Mushroom Extract Complex, one of the top sellers on our sites. Why? Because it's loaded with all different types of mushrooms, especially the shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms are loaded, okay, and beta-glucans and things like that help to optimize T-cell activity in the body, okay? They're using shiitake mushrooms in a lot of antiviral medications and things like that, and so we have it in gummy form. We also have it in powder form, okay, which is the T-cell and NK cell mushroom mix, which is a lot more potent. I gotta say that slow, okay? Then the gummies. I travel with the gummies or I use these at work, but the powder, I keep this at home. I put it in my smoothies and it helps to really optimize. And people have seen HPV get eradicated in under 6 months, 3 months. It helps to speed up the body's defense system so that it can eradicate things that you come in contact with that your body will naturally do. But plant-based mushrooms and things like that have seen significant progress and reversal of a lot of things that happens in our body on the viral side, you know, through science, okay? And so that's why they're pushing a lot of these. That's why I stand behind these. You can get it on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. And last but not least, guys, you know that my show is sponsored. This is how we make our money, okay? And I do it with products that I actually use. Sugar case, all right? So Shek loves the sugar case. He really does. He never knows what, you know, I'm gonna taste like. And so you can put, these are body oils. I usually put them on when I get out of the shower. I put them around my area, not inside. And so you can smell like crushed pineapple, watermelon squeeze, glazed donut. It tastes just like that. And they're amazing. One of the top sellers on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first item. Guys, we're about to head over to TashaKLive.com. Oh, guys, don't forget, all of these products that I have sponsorships with, if you are a creator, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're somebody that wants to get into entrepreneurship, we have facilitated a way to offer that to you, okay? And so I'm developing a sales team with their permission, and with that, I'm going to be training you guys on how to optimize and sell these products using affiliate links, okay? And so you get 30%. That's more than what companies make on a lot of products that, you know, Target will probably get a deal with. And so for you to be, and you know, I wouldn't call it like an independent sales rep or anything like that, but for you to share the items that you love, like I do with people that you stand behind, they will, you know, they will buy them. And so why not get paid off of your recommendation? And so just like me. And so here's the thing, I got a video to explain everything and where to go. We're gonna go ahead and roll that, all right? And then, yeah, we're out, right? Okay, all right, cool. So if you are interested in joining my sales team, watch this video here and go to shoptkdeals.com and click, you know, join to be an affiliate, and then follow our Facebook group, which is private. And we'll have our first actual orientation meeting, I believe, September 23rd, which is next week. And so I'll be coaching you guys on how to come up with strategies on how to optimize sales, which is really easy. If you like a product, your friend will like it, okay? And so let's all make some money together, especially in an economy like this. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to advertise, please hit me on unWineWithTashaK at gmail.com. You can also hit our tip line, 323-405-WINO. 323-405-WINO. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com right after this. Okay, we got some exclusives over there, raw and uncensored wine. So make sure you are ready to go over there in about 30 minutes or so. And Jasmine's going to take you home with these promotions. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Bye. All right, winos, after months of planning and negotiating, I am excited to announce that shoptkdeals.com is now extended to you. If you are a creator like myself, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're just someone that just wants to make passive income as well as main income, shoptkdeals.com now offers that invitation to you. So which means you can become an affiliate partner and make anywhere from 30 to 40% on each sale that you make on shoptkdeals.com, okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now. Go on over to the website, shoptkdeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay?
I think we have 2 different ideas about us. I think we should take a break.
Well, me and Caleb broke up.
What you mean you broke up? A new guy in the building, though. Everybody's talking about him.
Is he cute? What's his name?
I think let's start with a K. Kai?
Kai?
What, you know him or something?
No. I knew a Kai in high school, but it's not him.
I hate to interrupt, but can you keep it down? It's a bit loud.
You know, I found your yearbook. That Kai guy that moved in, it's him.
I don't even know what to say to him.
Say what? You ain't supposed to say. You're supposed to put your mouth on it.
Hazel?
Hey, Kai.
What?
Hey.
You live here?
You want a break, right? That means you can do what you want to do, child. It's hot girl summer. What's up?
I never thought I was gonna run into you like this. Swinging back just memories.
Yeah. Caleb?
Hey, Hazel. Getting away from you. I can't do this without you.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
So you got high with Cat Williams?
Yes.
You have snorted powder?
Yes.
Ski.
He snorted my dope.
Cat said he has never done any class A narcotics.
Cat Williams don't even know he gets high with Cat Williams. That's the first person I've seen mix cocaine and methamphetamine. I had some Molly. The funny part about it is we partied and shit. And I said, yeah, man, here it is. I got the lines lined out. This for the girls and for the, for us.
Yeah.
He done went over to the lines that's for the bitches. I said, hey, nigga. I took the place. I said, hey, nigga. I'm trying to get them high, nigga. We're not you. Yeah. What else you got? I said, I got some Molly. He said, put it on the glass.
This results means that based on the genetics evidence, D-Lair cannot be the biological father of the child in question.
Did you sleep with D-Lay's baby mother?
We developed what we call the 3-2-3 culture. We are 3-2-3s. There's a whole lot of 3-2-3 shit going on. In which case, the 3-2-3 shit is sex, drugs, rock and roll, party.
So it was a pack.
There have been some children made from the 3-2-3 shit.
You think Cat Williams had his attorneys call you to try to get you to be quiet about this Reggie situation?
They wanted to see if I could be called. I got the text. Oh, I got receipts. But the thing about Billo gonna keep them receipts. And it's already in the cloud, and it's already in the hard drive.